Alright, W intro. Now, what's going on, guys? This is really my first serious video where I'm actually giving it a decent amount, not giving 100% yet. That's the goal, though. Giving about, honestly, probably 60, but I'm giving you 100% heart and mind. First things first, I'm a regular 19-year-old. I don't come from an incredibly wealthy family. I don't come from a bad family, though. I just put it like that, you know what I mean? I had a plate on my food, and the plate that I had, I made some out of it. Here's this month's payout. 11K is what I'm keeping, walking out with. It was 14, 80% profit split. First thing I want to say, it does not happen overnight. Okay, sometimes it does, and it's really luck. And you don't want luck. You want consistency. And this goes into some topics I want to talk about. I want to give you guys a little backstory of me, so you guys see who I am, and a little bit of the come up story. Early on, since elementary, I knew I wanted to be a millionaire, just because not everyone could, and the best of the best could, if you get what I'm saying. It's like a game. I was always great at Call of Duty and stuff. First, when you start playing, I wasn't horrible, but I wasn't the great. I wasn't the best. And over time, being consistent, I started always going 30-3 in free for all, 12-2 in Search and Destroy, touching R6, hitting Diamond, having a positive KD, Fortnite. I was comp. Excuse me. I'm gonna keep this right here. And now, throughout that whole process of being a kid and stuff to who I am now, middle school, bully, but always had a strong mental. Going into high school, from middle school and high school, summer school, 10th grade, I have 6 months over here in this city, 6 months over here. I come back, meet a girl, get my heart broken the following year. And heading into that following year of my 11th grade year in school, I ended up graduating early from falling behind. I was barely a sophomore going into that year. I had one credit. If I had one credit less, I would have been a freshman in my third year of high school. Locked in, was disciplined. It built discipline in me that, hey, this person can achieve graduating early with less credits than me. I can too. I remember having that conversation with my counselor. Hey, has anyone graduated with my credits? He told me yes. And I was like, boom. And this translates into a lot of business aspects. And you may, how? Because if he did it, she did it, or someone else did it, that means that you could do something that you can maybe replicate or excel or get close to what they do. And one thing I'll tell you guys is, if your goal is a million, or you think it's too small, aim for a billion. Because say you don't hit a billion, you might come near. How near? I don't know. Second, anyways, I don't know if I did. That's my payout for this month. I'm 19. How did I come to this situation of making 5 figures a month, or making, well, yeah, that's 5 figures. Doing it consistently, though. In white trading, I'll tell you, whatever you do, you gotta have consistency. And I want to talk about these topics that everyone goes through the same thing. No matter what you think, you're not special. You're not. And you have to have that mindset thinking that you are special, and you make yourself special. How do you make yourself special? By habits. And I'm gonna tap into this right now. And if you're watching this far, but you're really getting hidden sauce, this video is not, edited correctly. It's just raw reality. I'm not throwing you a story. I'm not selling you a facade. I'm not a millionaire, but you feel me? Get in there. Things I want to talk about is relationships. That comes down into trading because it's your psychology. It's how you feel on a daily basis, and that goes into daily topics, daily habits, and your mindset. So relationships, you gotta have a spiritual relationship. You gotta be tapped in. For me, I believe in God. That's what I've come to. And yeah, it keeps me in check. You know what I mean? I struggle with it. I'm not this perfect person. I'm not sinless. I sin more than I would like to. I wish I read my Bible more. Things like that you actively have to take actions. And it's been a person who's been there with me when others haven't, that I thought this would. This goes into relationships again. So God has been a pivotal moment. It's not like, oh, you say I believe in God and you know what I mean? You're profitable. No, right? You believe in God, you follow him. And when you follow God and you walk in a righteous path, your mindset, who you are, changes, and it could translate into the charts because that's your mindset, the hours you're putting in the back testing, how you view your strategy, etc. Second thing is yourself. You gotta know who you are. Say you start trading, you don't know who you are or anything, that's fine. But throughout that process, you actively have to be finding yourself, whether that's trying new hobbies. You gotta love yourself. You really do. And say you don't love yourself, you gotta love yourself enough to want to change who you are to become better if you dislike who you are. There's been so many times I didn't like who I was as a person. Even now, I find flaws and I want to fix them and I want to change them. Does that mean it's going to happen from one day to the next, a week later, a month? No, you cannot put time in that. You can set goals and ambitions and say, hey, this is my expectancy. But when you expect, you're like, don't put your hopes up. You know what I mean? But work hard. Second, is your friends, bro. People come and go. I've had friends who were gonna be around for a while. They weren't. People, you have to let people go, and you have to change yourself because the people you surround yourself slowly is who you start to translate around, or slowly who you translate to be. So make sure you're around the right crowd. Don't go partying. Don't go waste your time like that. It's meaningless. Worst, like one of the worst things you could do, because if you put that energy somewhere else at a younger age, like I was 15, 14 going out, if I was doing trading, bro, who knows where I would be. You know what I mean? I started doing this when I was like really like locked in every day. 17, I've watched videos when I was 15 and stuff, but never really, feel me, like I've never used trading ground. You know what Webull, Robinhood, but it's different. I didn't know what multi-charts was. Try to, I could really go into it. TS, I ain't gonna say too much. Family, bro, like one thing I regret telling people, bro, is that I trade, that I wanted to trade. There's certain people that I told because they've helped me and they've never shunned me, but I feel like I've let them down at certain points of my trading like journey, because you know what I mean. They had such high expectations. I carried myself well, and disappointment, you fell. Some people will be supportive, some won't. Those who are supportive, they can only support you, bro. They can only say, hey, I wish you the best. Don't expect more. So I would say keep it to yourself. Let results speak for themselves at the point where, like, hey, you're out in public. Say, I say this would have been way player. I'm not. But sadly, this is how it isn't. It isn't like this for me. I mean, bro, I buy things like this. It'd be cooler if one day I'm with my family and I'm like, like, wait, how do you have that? Is it fake? And I'm like, nah, I bought it there. I bought it at the domain. That's my jewelry. You feel me? Box of papers, yada yada yada. Like, yeah, it's, you know what I mean. But now it's like it's kind of expected. Oh, you don't have a Patek. You don't got the new Patek. Nah, bro, I'm not that rich. Oh, are you not making money from trading stocks? Because people think like if you trade stocks, you make like fucking millions, bro. Like a month. No, bro. TikTok bring rock. YouTube bring rock. That's hard. But you feel me? That's what we watch. It's a date just. Um, daily habits, bro. Dude, one of the daily habits for me, and I'll be honest with you guys as a man, gotta control lust. You gotta control it, bro. Strongest biblical, like some of the strongest men biblically have failed to lust. So I would say biggest thing, don't lust. 97% of men struggle with it. Once you can overcome that, you'll see so much glory. Put it like that. You have what most people don't, self-control. If you're a trader, bro, you gotta have self-control. Keep it a buck. Yeah, habits. Make sure, I can't tell you, for example, I can tell you my habits, like making my bed every morning, cleaning that pretty often, you know what I mean? Organizing, yada yada yada. My habits. They may not work for you because you're not who I am. You don't know my story. You don't have the same story. You don't have the same walk. You don't have the same path. I can give you pointers and advice, and maybe it works, but maybe it doesn't. And this goes into not putting your hopes up. Just because this person said this doesn't mean it's gonna work for who you are. So find what works for you and stick to it. Like I can promise you, I can give you my strategy. Doesn't mean you're gonna be great with it. Maybe you trade with me every day, yeah. But when you're by yourself, what are you gonna do? So yeah, make sure your daily habits are on point and that you want to improve yourself and that you don't become what's the word I'm looking for? That you don't settle. Don't settle, bro. Keep keep going for more and more. Doesn't mean financial gains. It means keep going more for yourself. Keep improving who you are. Take advice, bro. Don't be hard headed. That's one thing too, bro. Like wisdom, bro. People try to tell me something. I'm like, I already know it. Life isn't a test. You ain't gotta know everything, bro. Even if you do, bro, just be quiet and take it. Pause. No diddy. Bringing this fast for you. Mindset. You gotta have a great mindset. How do you get this out of this loser mindset? Okay, loser mindset, bro. Be honest, I never had a loser mindset. I'm cut from a different breed. Feel me? But I understand where people have a loser mindset, the way they grow up. It's where you grow up. But how do you fix this mindset? You can only do so much by watching videos. I would say that's the start. You got a weak mindset and you know it, bro. You gotta acknowledge it first. You cannot be in denial, bro. Denial is one of those factors that holds you back because you don't see who you are for what you are. So yeah, watch videos, watch other people, take advice, soak, be a soak. If you're my age, bro, keep soaking, bro. Even me, bro. Someone tells me, "Oh, I'm making 5K from this," I'll listen. Even though I had an 11K month, this trader tells me, "Yeah, I made 100." I'll take in what he said. You know what I mean? Pay attention, but don't let people tell you twist who you are and twist what you're doing. And that goes into like, bro, I really could tap into like what something. Like, I ain't gonna go into my spiritual sense, but that's my time. I'm about to get another one. Got to get bigger though. But yeah, those are some things I wanted to tap into. Um, yeah, bro, and like, you guys, these are for the people that stayed. If you're a trader, what I trade, I'm gonna give you guys my strategy. You stayed. These are all my things. I just use this for opening current prices to easily. I could be like, I could look at this and be like, oh, lowest current, opening current, highest. You know what I mean? Kill zones just marks out time frames for me. Uh, we'll go to the 15 just so y'all can see everything. Just marks out. Hold on, let me see something real quick. All right, sorry. As I was saying, yeah, just marks out opening price, like 2 day open for the previous day, session highs and lows, volume profile, so important, bro. Use a volume profile. Trade with a point of control. Um, yeah, support and resistance. Search and destroy. If you know about that, just keep it simple, bro. ICT concepts. I just have this because I've always just, yeah, I don't really. You don't really, yeah, I wouldn't use this on like that. This is gonna mess up a lot of new traders. Learn how to spot internal lows and highs and liquidity points. This is not a holy grail, actually. This is pretty good. I would use this for your swing points, some key levels that you could find, and then just your filter. And then sometimes volume footprints. And I use this right here. You want to trade the most traded zones for, like, example, price comes down here, you could have traded it here, etc. Basic stuff. That's what I trade. Breakout, support and resistance, and liquidity and volume profile is all you need. And one more thing, whatever you're doing, stay consistent. Don't give up after a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. And risk management is your biggest friend in any venture that you go for. Appreciate you guys for watching. Tune in and yeah.